Did you see it coming?
Well, I saw it coming, but I didn't see it coming that night. You know what I mean? Like, I was very, very surprised that night.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications. And once you're done, leave a comment down below and I just might end up responding. When you're on the road 462 days a year with the McMahon circus, it seems like a pretty good idea trying to find yourself a partner right then and there. Get yourself an automatic traveling buddy by finding love. Here at WWE, why does this sound like a romantic getaway commercial? There's plenty of couples within the WWE, plenty that you know about, but there's also been the ones that either aren't as public or just aren't as noteworthy. Let's change that. I'm D Wicket, and these are 10 wrestling couples that you might not knew were together. Number 10, Seth Rollins and Becky. I'm kidding. I am kidding. Aww. Calm down. Number 10, Sarah Logan and Ro. And if you don't know who either of those two are, WWE's booking has failed you once again. The two former NXT stars both made their way to the main roster this year. Wait a second. Sarah Logan's been here for a year? Where exactly? Oh yeah, that's right. She was paired up with Liv Morgan for Ruby's Riot Squad, and well, that should answer any questions. As for Ro, man, the main roster is ass. After being a fantastic team in NXT, the War Raiders were brought up with absolutely no direction in mind, given the baffling name change, the Viking Experience, and well, that's about it. They got the name halfway fixed, but again, that's about it. WWE pulled the carpet under one of the most interesting parts of NXT, and within 2 weeks, they were already bored. Nice job, guys. I am so sorry that both of these two are so poorly used, but hey, at least they got each other, and they just recently got married, so at least they can be underutilized together.
It wouldn't have been what it was if everyone hadn't have got their Viking kits together and just like participated. It's a total participation thing.
Number 9, Bray Wyatt and JoJo Offerman. Well, this one was a little bit yikes, but as far as I can tell, all the drama has died down, hopefully. Somewhere around a year ago, I want to say, Wyatt was getting some shit for getting caught cheating on his wife with ring announcer JoJo. Well, at least they were open about it. The two came out, admitted what happened, and have been together ever since, with JoJo actually being out on maternity leave as we speak with Wyatt's baby, who was born just over a month ago. A nearly life-threatening delivery, by the way. Let's all chill for a second now, because just like imagine being Bray Wyatt's kid. What the fuck? Also, in researching this, I stumbled upon JoJo's WWE debut, and I swear to God, her first appearance is her singing Tons of Funk's theme song. Tons of Funk. That's Brodus Clay and Albert, or Sweet Tea, as I believe he was going at this time. Throw in Naomi, and you've got two women who were introduced with Tons of Funk, who lasted longer in the company than Tons of Funk.
Now wiggle your behind.
Erase your mind.
Pull up your pants and do the muscle man dance.
Number 8, The Undertaker and Michelle McCool. Alright, I am sure that someone here doesn't know that they're together. Way off. In my opinion, this is like the go-to, oh yeah, that's a wrestling couple in my head, because, well, it's the goddamn Undertaker. Imagining the big spooky phenom being romantic is low-key horrifying, and yes, Mark Calaway is probably a fantastic man and an even better husband. In fact, we know he's a great dude. But we haven't been watching Mark Calaway wrestle for the last 30 years, have we? No, we've been watching an undead, dead, temporarily a biker zombie for the last 3 decades, so let me be confused, damn it. And Michelle McCool, like, I guess it's just because she's from the Diva era, and particularly an era I didn't really watch, that makes it so weird to me. Maybe it's also the fact that I got used to seeing Sarah tattooed across poor Undertaker's neck before having to remove it. Either way, they're married. Number 7, Ricochet and Casey Catanzaro. I fucking love Ricochet. But it's time to talk about this Casey girl. See, she hasn't been able to make too many waves yet, so she isn't popping up in these lists anytime soon, but finally, something to let me talk about this girl. I can sink my teeth into this. It's so weird seeing her in WWE. So weird. I've known about American Ninja Warrior since 2011, before my ass was even in junior high, and holy shit, I specifically remember this girl. I recognized her the second she popped up, and specifically remember me and my dad always shitting on her for having an annoying voice. I've grown a tad bit since then, and I don't mind. Her voice really isn't even that annoying, and the irony isn't lost on me that my 11-year-old self probably sounded even worse than her at the time, but fuck, man, this is still just weird. I even remember her boyfriend, Brent Stephenson or whatever. Like, what? What? Hey, also, did I mention that I love Ricochet? You go, new U.S. champ. You fucking go.
Kathy Kelly here, joined by superstars Ricochet and Casey Catanzaro. Oh my gosh, we are at the Trapeze School.
Number 6, Zack Ryder and Chelsea Green. If you don't know who one of these names is, it's probably got something to do with the whole Chelsea Green only ever really being in Tough Enough thing. And hell, if you don't know Zack Ryder, I couldn't even tell you I'm that surprised. But according to the old online pictures, these two found each other pretty quickly after she showed up to WWE, and they've been hitting it off ever since. While Green hasn't been doing much of note, her boyfriend has very rarely, but I mean, anytime he does get anything, at least it's still something. You know what I mean? I'm gonna leave that without context.
It was gonna happen eventually, and it was her birthday, and I forgot to get her a birthday gift, so I figured, hey, why not, propose.
Number 5, Charlotte and Andrade. To the more hardcore, this one really is not going to be a surprise, but for the casuals who clearly watch this video and keep commenting that CM Punk's going to AEW, yeah, good fucking luck with that one, you guys. Here's some breaking news. Charlotte Flair and Andrade have been dating for the last month or so, and honestly, I think it's great. Charlotte is pretty much the only female Vince McMahon has a long-term investment in, so it's kind of fantastic for Andrade, really, especially pairing that with the fact that he is beloved backstage according to all reports. She's been helping him improve his English, which was rumored to be something of an issue for him getting a push, so that's pretty great too. I would personally love to see this one translated onto the big screen.
He didn't pass the torch, I took it.
Yeah.
And he never main evented WrestleMania.
Do you rub that in his face?
No. He knows how good I am.
Number 4, Aleister Black and Zelina Vega. Seriously, imagine the crazy ass storylines that had happened if the last 2 entries came out like Seth and Becky did about being a couple. Right now, we've got Andrade paired up with Zelina Vega on TV, and there's probably some people who mistake them for being romantically intertwined when in reality, she's just a damn good valet. In reality, she's clearly into the darker tone guys, as Aleister Black seems to be her taste. Rowan once explained that Aleister Black helped him get into some hardcore metal, but not even he could handle that level of intensity, so you already know Zelina's into some freaky shit.
By the way, this is real couples therapy right here.
And I always lose, even with the path.
Number 3, Braun Strowman and Camilla Kane. Camilla, Kane. Imagine Braun Strowman having sex. I'm sorry, that was like legitimate cyberbullying right there. I genuinely apologize. Anyways, Braun's got himself a lady, and hey, look at that, she's not in the WWE. Camilla Kane, I'm gonna assume maybe half Big Red Demon, but that's only nominally. She's an indie wrestler you might not know, but that does not matter. She is dating Braun goddamn Strowman. Imagine accidentally hitting on Camilla Kane at a bar, and then Braun comes out of the bathroom and then he tears your arm off and shoves it up your leg. But D-Wicket, that's not possible. Braun Strowman will make it possible, motherfucker.
Where do you come from this weekend?
Oh, where were we this past weekend?
You were somewhere.
I don't even remember where I was. Somewhere in the
Either
country.
way,
somewhere in this world.
Number 2, Sonya Deville and Ariana Johnson. Now, I don't really know who the hell Ariana Johnson is. Some social media influencer or model by the looks of it. She's admittedly the only non-wrestler out of the 20 people listed here, but there's just so many oddly interesting things about this pairing. First off, congrats to Sonya on being the first openly gay woman in WWE.
I have a girlfriend, Christina, I love you, and to all my friends in high school, because they don't know that I'm lesbian yet.
That's great. My best friend happens to be a lesbian, and she doesn't give a shit about pro wrestling, so she can go fuck herself. What was I talking about again? Oh yeah, Ariana is a really hot girl with really blonde hair with really sensual facial expressions. at least in her Instagram pictures. I'm not going to directly compare her to Mandy Rose, but like there's definitely some comparisons that could be made to Mandy Rose. And considering WWE looks to be doing a storyline right now where Sonya is into Mandy, holy shit, that's kind of wild. Also, until August of last year, Sonya was dating Zara Schreiber. And if you know that name, it's because that's the same girl who leaked her former ex, Seth Rollins' nudes on her social media accounts.
Obviously, I wasn't trying to cost her the title match. This night was a huge opportunity for both of us. It was a mistake. People make mistakes, okay? I don't know what you want.
And number one, Ty Dillinger and Peyton Royce. They are definitely the most weight. They're dating couple here because admittedly, they're not too many of those nowadays. If you just watch TV, yeah, pretty much all of this is news, but let's be real here. Social media is going to give away your Bray and JoJo's and your Alistair and Zelina's. As for the newly re-christened Shawn Spears and his soon-to-be wife Peyton Royce, congrats on the engagement, folks. Well, that's seemingly random, but hey, great for them. For a long time, they were both paired to SmackDown Live, so surely the relationship was pretty easy. But now that Ty's gone Spears and shipped off to AEW, it'll be interesting to see if there's any changes in dynamic or odd mentions here and there. Of course, if any split couple is likely to be turning heads or getting mentioned on TV, it's probably going to be Renee and Moxley, seeing as one of those is a top tier talent and the other is commentating for his competition. But still, shout out to Shawn, shout out to Peyton, two very entertaining characters in their own regard. I can only imagine how much dumb fun they're having together.
We just wanted to know who you would be voting for the NXT End of Year Awards, in particular the Breakout of the Year.
And those are 10 wrestling couples that you just didn't know were dating. What are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments down below. After like the video, subscribe to the channel with notifications and the bell.